have them go up again and just raise it a little bit more. So at one point they were jumping about this high. At home, I don't use harnesses anymore. I started them out with harnesses just so for safety requirements. But their area is not a finished area. And I only use the harnesses now. I try not to use them as a wheel just so that they don't run off the edge. Use the leash. A lot of times I just let it go. At home, I don't use harnesses anymore. I started them off with a harness just so that they'd be safe and they wouldn't run out in the street or anything. But there are courses actually on my parking strip. My neighbors love me. And they don't run out in the street or anything. They just put them at the top. I can just sit there at one end and they go back and forth. It's pretty cool. All right, so now let's try.
Anything that the ramp at the other end is a normal angle that usually is in the yard, so she's a little reluctant to go up it.
Good.
No diving, Maddie.
No diving.
Good girl, Maddie.
And then talk a little bit about Muffy. Muffy's kind of different. Some of you might have realized. I never was really gonna train her because she didn't seem like she liked to jump high. Wasn't an escape artist. She's pretty mellow Angora. And it was interesting because when I first started training Filbert, I looked back like at the third day, and she was following us. She had been watching for 3 days, and I turned around, and she had done half the hurdle course following us. When I first started training Filbert, he loved to chase me and just play and be in my lap. So I would run the hurdle course. He'd follow me, and the reinforcer was a snuggle because he really liked to snuggle and he really wanted to be with me. As the hurdles got to be about this high, I started tripping. Filbert was having no problems. So I came up with this clicker training idea. There's some books that I brought that I'm selling on clicking with your rabbit. And there's some other handouts I brought. I've got video on this laptop if anyone's interested in seeing video of some of the other behaviors I've trained. And also, we would love to do a clicker training class for you next year. So if anybody is interested, I think we're thinking about January. I'll double check with Judith on that. But there's a sign-up sheet if you wanted to learn more about clicker training rabbits. And we've also had in our classes horse trainers, bird trainers, guinea pig trainers, and dog trainers. So it does transfer to pretty much any species. So anyways, I'll show you Muffy and the Muffy method. Oh my God.
That's Muffy's trick.
Bulldoze it.
I don't need to jump in a stinking hurdle. I'm smarter than that. Muffy, with her built-in fur coat's a little warm today in this weather. She's just looking for shade.
really specific goal for Maddie, or Muffy. I wanted her to jump like all the rest of the rabbits. And she didn't want to. She actually was one of the best ones going over the water hazard. I used to fill this with water, now I just put rubber ducks in and pretend. But she, as the hurdles got higher, she really didn't want to. But I really wanted her to. And it was this weird thing where it wasn't fun for her and it wasn't fun for me. And one day I just thought, wait, this is supposed to be about having fun with your rabbit, right? Let her do it the way she does. It's cute. She solved the problem. Why not just click and give her a raisin for dismantling the hurdles and let her be? And we're all happy now. So that's kind of neat. When you're training your rabbit and you're getting this, wait, this isn't working. I'm not really happy. My rabbit's not really happy. Step back and think, how can I make it easier for the rabbit? Or is it my problem? I think this was my problem. I think Muffy did a really good job. And of all the rabbits I've trained, most of them just see the hurdle, go over, and figure that's the case. And Muffy was sure it wasn't, that hurdles were meant for dismantling. So what I think I'm going to do or try, I'm not sure how it's going to work. We have a bunny named Maggie May over there, and I was going to do like the beginnings of a clicker training. And if she doesn't want to accept treats and do it, what I'll do is I'll have her up at the booth in this corner during the day, and I'll be training her throughout the day. So come by and visit. And then also, there's video I brought that we can play on this laptop of all kinds of things. I have a video of a 3.5-week-old baby doing tricks. And I have a rabbit that plays soccer and basketball, gives kisses, does weed pulls, all kinds of really amazing things. So I hope I've inspired you to train your rabbit a little bit. The other really cool thing about this is it started out just giving rabbits that like to jump out of pens an outlet. But what we found is it's really, really effective when you're working with feral rabbits or cage-aggressive rabbits. So a lot of the rabbits that come into our shelter now, it's kind of neat when we get one that's feisty and wants to bite your hand when he comes in the cage. We're like, oh great, we can teach him tricks. We can teach him to come and give kisses instead, or all kinds of things. So it's pretty effective. We have some video of a feral rabbit, and this rabbit, I actually auditioned him for PetStar a couple years ago because he was so tame at the end of the training. And when I first met him, I walked into the pen and he literally bolted and tried to jam his head through the fence for about 2 minutes. He was like working with a wild deer when I first started. And at the end, you can call him, pat your lap, he jumps in your lap, he gives kisses, goes through hoops, all kinds of fun stuff. So